Hey guys, it's Sarah and I'm here with my Friday and Saturday for Week in the Life, and I'm just jumping right in here. Okay, so for Friday I have this picture of my girls. They were sleeping like this when I went to go get them up for school. Kaylin had somehow gotten into Layla's room sometime during the night and slept in her bed with her, so when I went to go wake them up I found them like this and it was just super cute, so I snapped a picture. So this is going to be my large 6x8 for the first part of Friday, and I took this card that came in the kit, and it's black with a white heart, and it says this, and I just love that, so I went ahead and used my 3-inch hole punch, and I punched a circle as best I could. I'm going to use this ampersand from Pink Paisley from their Bella Rouge alphabet collection, so I'm going to go ahead and put this here since both of my girls are there, and I'm going to nuzzle that right there next to this. And then I'm also going to add a phrase from the Week in the Life kit, and I'm not sure what it says because I don't have it in front of me, so it says something sweet. I think it says something like these little moments. I think that's what it says. And so there's that. And then I'm going to start working on my other stuff here. I've decided to do some of my journaling off camera just because it seems to take a while and sometimes I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to say. So so my 3x8s for the rest of my videos, I'm going to do all the journaling off camera for those, but I'll show them to you when I do my final album share. All right, so moving on with Friday. Friday I went to the gym. I got back to the gym this week, and I went, I'm trying to go 4 days a week, and I did go 4 days this week, and I didn't go on Wednesday because starting this week, actually, Wednesdays are going to be Bible study days for me in the mornings, so I just decided Wednesdays are going to be kind of my midweek day off from the gym. So I took a picture of the elliptical right after I was done on it, and I'm using this Friday card, and I used a little die cut that says Greatness Takes Time. It's a little printable that I got probably from Studio Calico, and I'm just doing journaling about how I went back to the gym, and it was fine. It is my first time back in a gym in over a year and a half, so it's been a while for me. I used to be a gym rat, but I've definitely gotten away from that in the past couple of years, so I decided it's time to get off my butt and go back, and it was good. It wasn't great, but it's going to take time for me to get great again, just because I'm kind of almost starting over. So I am going to go ahead and put this little orange geotag as well, which came in the kit, and that's going to complete that card. And then on the bottom there, Josh had called me, or he sent me a text while I was at the gym, and he had kind of a late start to the morning. He didn't have to be at work quite as early as he normally does, so he called me and said, do you want to have coffee after you're done at the gym? And I was like, yes. So we have a Starbucks on base here, and so he said, okay, I'll be heading out there in about 30 minutes, so just meet me over there when you're done. I was like, sweet. So that was nice. We had a nice little coffee date. So I took these two cards. The top one says he said, and the bottom one says she said. And I'm going to use them together as one card instead of using them separately. So I just layered them. And on the top, I'm putting want to meet for coffee. And then under she said, I'm putting God yes, because that's what I texted him. I said God yes. And I had this little wood veneer coffee cup, so I put that there as well. And then I just snapped this little picture of our coffees as we were sitting down. And I'm going to use another one of these little phrase stickers. And I'm going to use one that says, I think it says bring on the good stuff. I'm pretty sure that that's the wording, bring on the good stuff. And I'm going to kind of layer it over, kind of overlap my little coffee cup there. It was really nice just to sit down and have coffee with my husband without children. It was weird. Like, oh, I can like talk to you. We can have a conversation, and I don't have to tell you to be careful and not drop your food and do all this stuff. So it was really nice. It was a treat for sure. Okay, so the rest of Friday, we had a pretty busy day on Friday. You know, Josh, he went to work, but he was only at work for maybe an hour. He didn't have much to do that day. He had to go in and do a couple things, but that was it. So After we had coffee, I had to go fill up our water bottles. We have a standalone water filter in our house that we have to use, so we have to fill it up constantly, but we get it free on base, so it's not too bad. So I had water jugs to fill, so I went and did that. And by the time I was done with that, because I had to wait in line to do it, there were other people there as well, he was leaving work about the same time that I did. So he got home about 5 minutes after I got home. So we kind of, I took a shower and we went and picked up Layla from school, and then we just ran some errands. So it was kind of nice. It was just me, Josh, and Layla. And it was fun. So I'm going to journal a little bit about that. I just snapped some random pictures throughout the day. And so this right here is Kaylin reading her Frozen Fever chapter book that she got recently. And I used a yellow label over the top of that card, and it says currently. And then I used the stamp set from the kit that says reading. So I put that, and then along with that, a black arrow pointing towards her picture, and just kind of documenting that she is reading the book. She's a pretty good reader. Sometimes I have to get on her about it because she doesn't do it every day, but she really needs to be doing it every day. So I kind of have to get on her a little bit about reading, but usually once she sits down and actually reads, she's good to go. Sometimes it's just a little bit of a hassle, you know, to get her to actually push her into doing it. But that day I told her, I said, you know, before we play any Disney Infinity, you should probably read a chapter or two in your book. And she was like, okay. And she sat down and read 2 chapters, and like no arguing or anything. So it was nice. Okay, so now I'm going to work on this card here. I'm using the top 10 card from the kit, and I'm just going to kind of talk about the things we did that day, because we did just about 10 things. So, yeah, it was just a nice busy day. We had a good time. So I'm putting top 10, and then I have a little strip there, and I'm not sure what that says. I wish I had the album in front of me. It's in the other room right now. So I'm just going to do a top 10 things, basically what we did. So I have the gym. We went to Office Max because I ran out of printer ink. As always, I always run out of printer ink because I print so many pictures at home. I'm always running out of ink, so I had to go stock up on printer ink. We went furniture shopping because we were in the market for a coffee table, and we ended up finding one for half price, so it was really good. We got a really good deal on it, and it's like the perfect coffee table. I wrote coffee date up there as well. Kaylin read. The girls played Infinity. We had a healthy dinner. We watched a new DVD that we got, which I'll document here in a second. And then Josh and I sat down and watched some TV, which I will document here soon as well. So that is a picture there of the water bottles getting filled at the water station on base. So I just kind of snapped a little picture as I was filling them up. And then on the top here, I snapped a little picture at Office Max as well of all the printer ink because we were buying some. So I had this little scrap piece of lined card there, and it wasn't quite long enough, so I just attached the picture to it to make it a full 4x6. And I am going to use some of these letter stickers here, and I'm going to spell out the word shopping, and then I'll just do some journaling about everything that we went shopping for and bought that day. And these letters here are from Basic Gray. So Friday was, yeah, it was a pretty busy day for us. We had up and down days this week for sure. You know, some days were not quite as busy. We didn't really do much. Saturday, we didn't even leave the house on Saturday. We just hung out and relaxed. And then Friday was a busy day. Sunday was a busy day, even though we didn't go anywhere. But we had a lot to do around the house anyway, so kind of up and down, but it was good. Okay, so I am going to journal about our shopping, and I paused for a second because I was watching a show. I don't know if I've talked about it yet on here. I think I did Thursday night. Yeah, I think Thursday night I started a new show, and I was watching it here as well. But I'm watching Bloodline on Netflix, and it's really, really good. It's very intense, so you really have to make sure you're watching and know what's going on. But yeah, it's very good. I'm enjoying it a lot. Okay, so then I have the picture that's our coffee table, and the girls are sitting there eating their snacks on it, but I love it. It's gorgeous. And here I'm kind of meh. Like I just don't really want to do anymore at that time at night. So I'm going to walk away and come back the next day and finish up Friday and then do all of Saturday. So this is the part where I'm watching my show and I'm just like, I'm ready to stop now. I don't want to do anymore. So this is the next day here. So I'm going to start here because I'm not sure what I'm going to put in that 4x6 above the coffee table picture. So I'm just going to move on for now and I'll fill it in later. So I have a 6x8 spot that I need to fill, and I want to document the DVD that Josh bought for the girls, and we actually sat down that night and watched the entire thing as a family. And it is the new, the Disney Short Films collection, which has Frozen Fever on it, which is pretty much the entire reason the girls wanted it. And so we got it and watched it. And most of them were really good. There were a couple really weird ones, but for the most part, they were really good. And Josh and I really liked the Tangled wedding one. That was kind of our favorite. But yeah, we really enjoyed it. So we had like a little mini movie night. So I grabbed some scraps from my stash, and I am just kind of like doing a couple little layers here. I'm not doing too much because the picture is pretty big. So I wanted to keep the sleeve of the DVD to put in here, but it made it into the trash with food and stuff, so I couldn't salvage it, unfortunately. So I just Googled a picture of the cover of it and just printed it out. So, and I think, let me see, what am I going to do here? Oh, I'm going to get YouTube ready because I was watching some YouTube stuff and it kicked me off for some reason, so I had to sign back in and everything, but I was like, no, I want to watch Nicole Jones, so I'm getting Nicole Jones up on here, so I'm ready to go now. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I think I decided to use, yes, I decided to use this stamp, and I'm going to put watching up here because we watched that movie. So I'm going to put that up here. And I think I go back later and add another sticker. I don't do it right this second, though. Okay, so I'm going to move on. So this is Saturday. Saturday we had a very lazy day at home. We didn't leave the house at all. We just kind of relaxed. And so I snapped this picture of Josh and Layla. After breakfast, they sat down and were playing Disney Infinity, and they're playing together. So, and she, usually if Daddy's home, she's in his lap. So she's sitting in his lap in the chair. And I decided I was going to use the paper there, but then I realized I had this little circle die cut that I wanted to use, and it says Happy Weekend because this is kind of the start to our weekend. So I'm going to put that there. And then I will move on to Saturday. And again, I do my journaling for the Monday or for the morning, afternoon, evening. I do that off camera. Okay, so Saturday, I'm starting off with dinner, actually, because I made a pot roast in the crock pot. And Kaylin asked if she could help me put it all together and get it ready. So I cut up all the vegetables and stuff, and I sliced a bunch of onions, and I said, okay, if you want to help, you can, kind of separate these for me so that they're all separated, So she sat there for a while and pulled apart onions for me, which was nice. And then we put it all together in the crock pot. So I'm just journaling about that. I haven't decided what I'm going to journal about on the other card yet, so I'm moving on for now. So I have a picture of me with a heating pad on my shoulder because I did something that tweaked my shoulder, and it was like in a lot of pain, like right where my shoulder blade was, and I think I slept on it funny, because I remember waking up in the middle of the night one night and thought, this is hurting my shoulder, I should probably roll over, and I did, but I think it hurt it to the point where just Saturday and Sunday my shoulder was hurting really bad, so I had to really just kind of take it easy. So I'm going to journal about that here. So I just cut a little 3x4 card because I don't have any more that I could use for this. So cut a little piece of scrap paper, put some washi tape on it, and I'm using this little cork arrow that says today, and it's going to point towards my picture there. And I'm just going to journal, that I tweaked my shoulder somehow. So I spent most of Saturday on the couch with a heating pad on my shoulder and reading my Kindle. That's pretty much what I did that day, honestly. And then on the bottom there, I have a picture of the Scrap Gals podcast, which I listened to in the morning as well. And it was for the Week in the Life. They had a Week in the Life show. So that was nice because I was able to listen to it while I was doing the project. And it was cool. I got some really cool ideas from it, and I really enjoyed it. If you guys haven't heard of the Scrap Gals podcast, it's Tiffany and Tracy. And they're so funny, guys. Oh my gosh, I love listening to them. They're really funny, and they have a great dynamic, and they talk about, you know, things that I'm always interested in usually, and projects and things like that. So if you haven't checked them out, it's free on iTunes. You can just go to iTunes and search for Scrap Gals, and it'll pop up, and you can subscribe to it. But I really enjoyed that podcast. Okay, so Saturday night, I actually ended up scrapbooking. I suffered through my shoulder pain and said, I don't care if it hurts. I'm scrapbooking anyway. I need it. So I took a picture of my desk, and yep, that's my 6x8 because that's what I did that night. Josh played video games, and I scrapbooked. So that's what we did. And that is it, guys. Okay, I'll be back again soon with my last video. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.